Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'achnu b'orei. L'chaim, l'chaim.
Amen.
Good morning and welcome, folks. You need more milk? We're good. Thank you. We continue with our Maimer Hasidic discourse. Ki shalcha mincha. Your child will ask. And we are speaking of a child, the wise son, in the 4 children that the Torah speaks about, that ask questions. And the question is, Ma ha'edus ba'chukim ha'mishpatim. What are these 3 different types of laws, edus, testimonies that touch the core essence of God, because they are a testimony to him and a testimony actually to the Jewish people, as we learned, that we are God's people, and we through our mitzvah we can touch the core essence of God, and then bring it down to chukim, which is the energy, the light of the way God encompasses all the worlds. And just as chukim, statutory laws, are laws that are beyond logic, God is beyond the world. The world being rational, the world being something that we can grasp and understand. God's beyond, but he's beyond something. So we draw down from the core essence of God that you can't even say the God's beyond. That would be a foolish statement. And then we have the way it's drawn further down and revealed, expressed, the light of God, the divine energy, force, and life force of God, that when we do a mitzvah, that is brought down into this world, the way God fills the world, not that he's beyond the world. And that's expressed in the mitzvahs of mishpatim that are rational laws, like the laws of business, the laws of theft. They're rational. So the question to Ben Chacham is, how is it that, that God's commandment that you can touch God, we get that. He understands that. God says, hey, you do this, you connect to me. Yeah. God says it, just putting on a pair of black boxes or taking a coin and before your prayers, putting it into a charity box, that you'll have a divine connection to the core essence of God. Well, so God declares, so it is. So that's not his question. His question is, how is that revealed to us in a way that we can have some kind of experience of that? And that's what it means. Edus, chukim, mishpatim. Edus being the, beyond being beyond, right? Touching the core of God, bringing it down to the way God is encompassing the worlds, bringing it down into the way God is found within the worlds. So that's the question. Because revelation, right, that something's revealed means it's revealed to us, that we have some kind of experience of that. So that's what he's having a difficulty. So again. No, thanks. Just wondering what's the in and out. My apologies. Okay. So the answer is that we were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt, and God took us out of Egypt. And that at Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah, that was after the preface of, of the exile of Egypt, of the harsh slavery in Egypt, and going out of Egypt, we were given, we were crushed in order to create a new reality for us. And that's why we had to go through such a difficult experience in order to come out completely new, like a new being. So, when you take a vessel and, you take the silver goblet and you melt it down, now you can make from an old, bumpy, jagged goblet that was, old and decrepit, you can make it new now. You can make it new. So we went through all of that in order we become something new. And that newness is, others, God wasn't putting us through such a difficult experience of Egypt, you know, as for a difficulty for itself. No, it was in order to putting us into the crucible. As you take the the silver and you now mold it and shape it and create something new out of it, in order to give us a new power, to empower us with the acts of mitzvahs that could draw down the core essence of God. And that we have the capability of drawing down the core essence of God. In other words, so first we went through an experience that made us something different and new, which, just as a side note, anything that's crushing in our lives, in our experience, um, is in order that we come out something greater than what we were before. And sometimes the only way we can do that is through going through that difficult, painful, and crushing experience. And that's what the Jews had to go through. They had to go through Egypt before they could come to the giving of the Torah. 86 years of crushing slavery. It's a lot. – In order now we become empowered at Matan Torah as this, you know, new nation, new people, new person that through our act, which is, the act that we do of an action, of a mitzvah, we reveal godliness in this world. And this is what it means that God commanded us in the verses in the Torah, right? Where these verses are in Deuteronomy, Devarim. This is what God commanded us to do. And interesting, two things. One is to do the chukim. Only points out one of the three types of mitzvahs, chukim, which means beyond logic, right? We'll get to that in a moment, why only that. But in order liyira, so liyira means to fear, but it's also the same letters as to see, which means revealed. Which, by the way, they're tied in with each other. Fear is when you see, right? Right. Fear. Yes, by him it says these are the Eidus Chokim Mishpatim. But the answer, Teddy, we're speaking about the answer now. And the answer, not the answer in the Haggadah, by the way. It's a different answer in the Haggadah than it is in the Torah, the Chumash. Excuse me. So we were commanded to do, right? In the doing, you're drawing down the core essence of God. And Liyira, which means to fear, but fear are the same as lirais, to see. A different, same letters, meaning that we can bring it down in a manner of seeing, the doing we see. Okay. Now, mind you, the main, if you don't mind. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I have a sniffle. I don't think it's anything. I hope it's nothing. Excuse me. So the main revelation and seeing of this godliness will be in the times of Mashiach. Will be in times of Mashiach. That's true. But there is a revelation of that now. And okay, so that's the word liyira. Again, I want to bring out the idea of fear is seeing. Because the fear of God that we talk about is not fear of punishment. But when you see God, there's a sense of fear. Why? Just like when you're sitting in a room all by yourself, you act one way. And when you see another person in your midst, you act differently, right? Not fear of punishment, but out of the presence right, of someone in the room makes us act differently. Something that we spoke at great length and will speak actually in the following chapter 41 in Tanya, coming up soon at great length. Thank you. Hi. So just bringing out the idea of the presence of God that will be revealed. That's the idea. When will it be mainly revealed? In times of Mashiach. Okay. Is there a revelation now? It, in some hidden manner, yes. There's a revelation now. And it says, God has commanded to do his chukim. Why chukim? Chukim means those laws that are beyond logic, like, not wearing wool and linen together, or the laws of, you come in contact with a corpse, you're impure and you need, purification. All those things are beyond logic. Because, and this is the key over here to put it all together in the answer, your intent in why you're doing the mitzvah cannot be for a reason. It has to be beyond reason. It can't, your intent. So in other words, there's the act of the mitzvah you got to do, and will bring the presence of God into the world, right? God himself, the essence of God, right? Eidus, Chokim Mishpatim, is it, right? As it will draw down. However, we need to do the mitzvah. To do the mitzvah, that will bring the presence of God, but we have to do it in a way of chukim, meaning not for a reason. In other words, as an end in itself. As for the attachment itself, the connection to God itself, that has to be our motivation. Our motivation is not because it'll get me reward, I will have a wonderful, beautiful experience, or I will even feel connected. So you're doing it for the feeling. You're not doing it. That's a reason. That's a reason to do it. Doing it beyond reason means you're doing it right. Because it's the command of God. It's what he wants. It's what he needs from us. And that's why you're doing it. Then you will sense much more the presence of God, the connection. It'll be more revealing in our lives, not compared to what it will be in the time to come of Mashiach, but it will still be. Yes. So we'll continue this, that the Rebbe is going to still ask on this and give us another direction. But this is a full idea. And then we bring out another idea. But that will come. That will come. Anyways, just a reminder for everybody, we're working very hard on our YouTube station. youtube.com/Tanya Rabbi. Please subscribe. Please watch the classes there. Okay. The morning class, if you could watch it there specifically, that would be really appreciated. For some of you, it might be easier on another platform. And if you could, that would be great. Today, there will not be a Chumash class at 8:30, 8:40. But Tanya will be at 9:30, God willing, in Rambam. All right. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.